we were discussing about the exercise 3.3. We have discussed about how to draw graphs. In the previously we have done about the mean, median and mode we have discussed. So in this chapter that is in exercise 3.3, we'll be discussing how to get out the points from the graph. The exercise 3.3 is based on that only. So let us start the exercise 3.3. So you can see the first question. Use the bar graph to answer the following questions. Question A, which is the most popular pet? Okay, which is the most popular pet? You have to calculate from the graph. So for that, what we'll be doing? Firstly, we'll write the number of students who own the pets. Like suppose if I consider first, I will be considering first. Suppose let us consider dogs. Dogs. You can see the graph. It is up till here, and this line is representing 8. So dogs 8. Cats, that is equals to, it is 10. Then we have the rabbits. Rabbits equals to, this is representing 2. Then we have the hamsters. Hamsters, if you see here, it is between 6 and 4. That means this is representing 5. Hamsters equals to, it is 5, and others, it is equals to 3. So these are the number of pets they own. Now if you consider the numbers, the first question is given, which is the most popular pet. See the numbers, which is the most popular pet. If you see by the numbers, dogs is 8, cats is 10, rabbits is 2, hamsters is 5, and others is 3. That means your answer will be cats. So the first answer will be cats. Go to the next question. How many children have dog as a pet? How many children have dog as a pet? You can see the answer. It is 8. So you have to answer this as 8. Okay. So you write the statement number of students who own. Then you write about the dogs, cats, rabbits, hamsters, others. Then you write answer 1. Which is the most popular pet? Write the answer as cats. Or you can write cat is the most popular pet to write. For the second one, you write how many children have dogs as a pet. You write 8 children have dog as a pet. So this is question number 1. Let us move to question number 2 now. Now you can see question number 2. Read a bar graph and answer the questions that follow. Number of books sold by bookstore during 5 consecutive years. Question number 1, about how many books were sold in the year 1989, 1990 and 1992. Now if you go to the graph now, see the graph. Here 1989, 1990, 1991, 1992 and 1993 it is written. But if you see the value is not showing in the graph. What do you have to do? You have to assume. How to assume? For that what we have to do, you have to draw, suppose what is this point representing? So what we have to do? You have to draw a line parallel to here. Okay, you have to draw a line from the y-axis, that means from the number of books to 1989. Similarly, for this point, you draw a line from here. Similarly, for this point, you draw a line from here. Similarly, this point, it should be straight again because I am not using scale, so my lines are not looking straight. For this one, again you will draw a line from here, and for this one, it will be from here. So now, after doing it, what we have to do, we have to show about how many books were sold in 1989. So let us see number of books sold in the year 1989 equals to 1989. If I consider, it is between 100 and 200. Okay, it is between 100 and 200, and you can see the this 1989 bar graph, it is almost reaching your 200. So it will be around 175, 180, it will be around there. Okay, we can assume that we'll be adding the number as 175. This is just an assumption, it can be any number. You have to go through the graph, then you can know what will be the exact value. This is just an assumption, not an exact value. Then we have the year 1990. 1990 equals to. So if you consider the year 1990, this is also, you can see it is between 400 and 500. and almost it is reaching nearby the 500. So this we can write the answer as 480. Say if I go to the year 1992, 1992, you can see this is a 1992 and it is almost exactly between 200 and 300. So we'll be writing the value as 250. So this is 1989, 1990 and 1992 we have done. Let us check the next one. This is for number 1. Let us go to the next question. In which year were about 475 books sold, about 225 books sold? 475 books sold and 225 books sold. 475, it should be between 400 and 500. You can see this one. Between 400 and 500. This is 1990. Okay, here I think in the question is given 475. What we can do? We can write this as 475. But remember that this is not the exact value. Now, next it is given in which year about 475 books sold. You have to write the answer for number 2. 475 books were sold. Okay, sold in 1990. Sorry, it is 1990. In the year 1990. As you can see here, 1990. Then about 225 books sold. So you write below, write 225 books were sold in the year. In the year 225. 225 will be 1992. This answer will be 1992. Next, in which years were fewer than 250 books sold? Fewer than 250 books sold. There is 2 years there. One is your year 1992. The other one here is a 1989. So for this answer number 3, it will be 1992 and 1989. This will be your answer. For answer number 3. Can you explain how you would estimate number of books sold in the year 1989? As I have already told, for doing this part. Okay, if you want to correspond the value, what value it is corresponding, for that what you have to do? You have to go to the graph. For that, you have to draw a line parallel to the x-axis to this point, to the topmost point. Similarly, as you can see here, this is also, similarly I have drawn here also, similarly I have drawn here also. This is how we can make out what will be the exact value or the apparent value related with the graph. So what will you write the answer? So you have to write the answer for us. Draw a line parallel to the x-axis from the top of the rectangle
such that it intersects the y-axis, and wherever it intersects, the y-axis that is the number of books sold.
Okay, so in this way you have to write the answer for answer number 4. So let us move to the next question, that is question number 3. So our next question is, number of children in 6 different classes is given below. Represent the data on a bar graph. So the data is given 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 and the number of children is also given. First question is, how would you choose a scale? That means for drawing a graph, how would you choose a scale? Now what we'll be doing, we'll be considering the number of scales as, we'll be drawing I'll be showing a graph here. You can see the graph how it is drawn.
The first question asked here is, how would you choose the scale? According to this, I have taken the scale 18, 100, 140, 140, 160. That means scale is equal to 1 centimeter is taken as 20 students. Now let's draw the graph of this.
Okay, now as you can see the graph it is being chosen as a 20 units it is taken, you can see. First it is starting with 80 because why I have started with a 80 because you can see the highest point is 80. The middle points are not taken here. If you see here one zigzag line is drawn here. Let me show once. Okay. Wait. As you can see below this point, this you can see, this it is written as you can see a zigzag line is showing here. Let me grab the board first. This you can see, this line you can see, this is showing a zigzag line. This zigzag line represents that the lower values are not taken, it is directly started from 80. You can draw the graph in this way also. Okay, instead of writing 20, 40, 60, 80, if your graph paper is very small, then you can draw in this way. Instead of using the 20, 40, 60, because that values are not there on the scale. Okay, you can start with 80, you can give a zigzag line. Okay, so directly it will start from 80. Now if I see here, one scale division it was taken as a 20 centimeter. That means up till here, okay, up till this point, from here to here, this point is taken as 20. Again you can see this division is taken as 20. That means each and every box will represent your 20 units. That means it is representing 20 students. Okay, now let us see the next part.
The rectangles and the length of the rectangle should represent the number given here. So the fifth class has 135, which is very near to 140, so it should be here. And for the sixth class, it is 120, which is exactly here. And the seventh.
So as you can see, we can draw the graph, but it is not given the question to draw a graph. How to choose a scale? It is just given to how to choose a scale. But here the graph is being shown like 135 it is being shown. It is nearby to 140. This is 120. Next we have 95. So you can draw or go on drawing the graph. You can see how you can draw the graph. Second part of the question is which class has a maximum number of children and a minimum? See the value, which is a maximum number of value, that is 135. So fifth class is more. Minimum is your 10th class, that is 80. So this maximum minimum will be so maximum here it will be 5th class. Your maximum number is of 5th class and minimum number will be of 10th class. This you have to write as an answer. Find the ratio of students of class 6 to the students of class 8. Class 6 to the students of class 8. Class 6 students is 120. Class 8 student is 100. So you have to ratio. You have to find out. You have to write ratio of students is equals to you write. It is 120 by 100. It is 120 by 100. So your answer 0, 0, 0 will be cut. So this 0 will not cut. It will be equals to 1.2. So this is your ratio, or you can write 12 by 10 because it is given to find out the ratio 12 by 10. So 2 5 are 10, 2 6 are 12. So it will be 6:5. This will be its ratio. So this is how we need to calculate the values from the graph. So we have done exercise 3.3, that is question 1, 2 and 3 I have done. So the next class will be continuing with the chapter. Thank you.